Statistics. What are they and why does the entire sports industry revolve around them? Look, we all know that if a player doesn't achieve a certain amount of touchdowns or goals or points in a season, then the media collectively decides that that player doesn't deserve our attention anymore and moves on to the next big star. But in today's sports society, it seems like we, to some extent, overuse statistics. Yes, I know it sounds weird, but hear me out. In my mind, there are two types of tests for a player: the stats test and the eye test, and sometimes those don't align. The eye test is a more subjective way of looking at it and is based on what you see when you watch a game. Take, for example, Celtics guard Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday was a huge influence on the Celtics and are a big reason Boston won their 18th championship. However, when you look at the stats from the past year, they weren't anything spectacular. But if you were to ask Celtics fans about the 34-year-old, they would say how much of an impact he was on this team and how his leadership on the court was a true game changer. There's many examples of the eye test in sports. Take Alex Ovechkin in the 2021-2022 season. He scored 50 goals, but 9 were empty netters. And Jason Tatum, he was the 7th highest scorer in the NBA this past season, but how many of those points were made in garbage time? And lastly, I'd be remiss not to mention the fact that Jarren Duran is the first player in MLB history to record 10 triples, 20 home runs, 30 stolen bases, and 40 doubles, but Aaron Judge seems to be the only player in talks of winning MVP. Now, I'm not saying the stats don't matter, but there is more to a player that often gets overlooked because of the statistics-driven world we live in. Look, at the end of the day, while stats are great and very telling of an athlete, the only statistic that truly matters is the number of championships you've won. For Boston Globe Today Sports, I'm Danielle Dubois.